guys, it's Mrs. O, and this is my basement. I am so excited that I'm going to get to read to you guys 2 times a week for the next few weeks and share with you some of the really cool books that I have from way back when I was teaching. I'm not sure that you've heard these books, which I actually think is going to make it kind of cool. And once you've listened to each book, you're going to get to vote on which book is your favorite. So for this week, I have 2 books for you. Number 1 is a book called Pigsty by Mark Teague. He's written a lot of books recently, so you might recognize some of the artwork by being from Mark Teague. The second book is one of my favorite children's authors, Robert Munsch, called Thomas's Snowsuit. So for today, I'm going to start with Pigsty. When you open it up, one of my favorite parts is you see a bunch of piggies kind of causing some mischief. Let's see what happens. Monday afternoon, Wendell Futz's mother told him to clean his room. Sounds familiar, right? It's turning into a pigsty, she said. Wendell went upstairs. Much to his surprise, a large pig was sitting in his bed. There's Wendell. That's a large pig. Pardon me, said Wendell. He shoved some toys into his closet, but the pig didn't seem to mind the mess. And Wendell found that he didn't mind the pig either. He decided to take a break. So on one side, we have the pig eating some snacks, and Wendell deciding, I don't really want to clean my room anyway. When Wendell's mother came in to look at his room, the pig was hiding, but the mess was still there. She threw up her hands. Okay, Wendell, she said, if you want to live in a pigsty, that's up to you. I think that's kind of what I look like to my son sometimes. Wendell could hardly believe his luck. Now I can live however I want. He didn't even worry when he came home on Tuesday and found a second pig in his room. The mess had grown a bit worse, but he was able to jam most of it under his bed. Pigs are all right, he said, as long as it's only 1 or 2. Uh-oh. You think it's only going to be 1 or 2? In fact, they had a wonderful time. They played Monopoly until late each night and left the pieces all over the floor. That's a mom's worst nightmare. They had paper airplane wars and pillow fights. The bed became a trampoline. Looks like fun. Then 2 more pigs showed up. The mess just grew and grew. That night, when Wendell went to bed, the pigs were lying everywhere. They rolled up in his blankets and hugged his pillows too. Wendell told himself he didn't mind, but then he found hoof prints on his comic books. And Friday, when he got home from school, he saw that someone had been sitting on his basketball and his baseball cards were chewed. That does it, said Wendell. I've had enough. He ran downstairs to tell his mother. Sorry, she said, but your room is your responsibility. She handed him a broom. No help there. Wendell started to complain. The mess was too huge, but suddenly he remembered a saying he'd heard, that many hooves make light work. He marched upstairs and organized a cleaning crew. They swept and scoured, polished and scrubbed. Later that afternoon, Wendell inspected his room and pronounced it clean. I need that crew in my house right now. In fact, it was a bit too clean from a pig's point of view. So while Wendell inspected, the pigs prepared to go home. One of them made a phone call, and a farm truck came to pick them up. They hugged and grunted and oinked and said goodbye. From that day on, Wendell kept his room clean. Except for those nights when his friends came by to play Monopoly. The end. So that was one of my favorites, Pigsty. And I'll be with you tomorrow with another great book. Bye.